Hey, welcome back to this channel. So if you've been following along, you should know that I love everything about social media marketing and real estate. But here's the thing. The only thing that's more important than generating leads on social media is being able to convert them, right? That's just the way it goes in real estate in general, I think. So today in this video, I want to share with you exactly how to fine-tune your CRM to help facilitate follow-up for leads in any stage. Stay tuned. And hey, if we haven't met yet, my name is Stefanie Lugo, and if you're looking to grow your real estate business and have a little fun while you're at it, be sure to hit subscribe to this channel where I share videos on social media marketing strategies that actually work and tips to help grow your real estate business along the way. So I have trained thousands of real estate agents across the country all about how to crush it with Instagram. And the ones who really crush it and get results like this are the ones who totally dial in the conversion game. So that's what I wanted to chat about today. I want to share exactly how to set up your CRM for success using the follow-up plans that are going to help you close any lead from whether they're ready to go a month from now or if it's going to take them 12 months to get to the closing table. So stay tuned for the step-by-step guide on how to make it happen. And be sure to watch till the end of this video. I'm going to share exactly how to get my CRM setup guide and download that so that you can kind of follow along as you set up your CRM and make sure you do it right the first time. So stay tuned. So this CRM plan is going to be great for really any kind of leads that you're bringing in. Okay, so whether you're used to generating leads through open houses or through internet lead sources or on social media, which is where I've grown my business. On Instagram, I've been able to grow my business and generate hundreds of thousands of dollars in gross commission. This game plan for your CRM is really going to be applicable to any of those leads, okay? So as we're chatting, I really want you to be thinking about how you can fine-tune this to your unique business, because again, we can't just say that one strategy works for everybody. I want you to have the tools that you need to make it work for your unique business. All right, so make sure you have your pen and paper and follow along because I'm really excited to share step-by-step how we're gonna make it happen. All right, so if you watched my last video on how to convert Instagram leads, it's up here, you are going to know that one of the first things that you have to do when you generate the lead is to qualify them. And that is going to be instrumental in our plan to setting up our CRM follow-up plans for success. Okay, we want our action plans to be kind of designed around the timeline of the lead. All right, here's what I mean. We're gonna do this chronologically. So we wanna have a couple of different follow-up action plans at the ready that are going to apply to leads depending on where they are in the process, whether they are starting 30 days out or starting 12 months out and beyond. Now, you can actually look at your existing client base if you've been in it for a while and kind of see exactly how this is going to apply to your unique business. But for just the sake of time, we're going to break this down into 3 distinct phases of where the client may be in their journey to home ownership or selling their house. So depending on where this client is, they may be starting in the just looking phase. Now, the just looking phase is the beginning of their journey. And when you hear that word, that's what I want you to listen for. The we're just looking or we're just starting to think about buying or selling. That means they're probably about 12 months out, okay? No worries, you are an amazing real estate agent and you're still gonna be in business 12 months from now, right? So we wanna make sure that our plan is going to help us convert this client even though it might take a little extra time. Now, if you find that your client falls in this phase of just looking, they're going to be in a couple of different places, right? They are really going to be high level in the home search or home selling process, meaning they're trying to explore their options, right? They're needing a little more education. They're trying to figure out when they're gonna make the move. They're trying to figure out where they're gonna go, what exactly they need, what they can afford. So they're in the exploring phase. And this is not the time to offer to go look at houses. This is the time to be teacher-like and provide education and provide value. So we want to be thinking in terms of this way of adding value to our clients and not just kind of trying to jump the gun and close the sale right away. Now, your action plan is going to complement this. Okay, so along that same vein, we're going to set up our follow-up plan to reach out to this client for every 45 days. Okay, and this is going to be either a text or an email or both. During this, you can also add them to your email newsletter if you do that every month. You can also add an MLS strip to send out every month or every 2 weeks, but really your action plan should be set up to remind you to send an email or a text or both if you feel like that's appropriate every 45 days at the minimum. The next phase that we're going to build out these action plans for is the not quite ready yet phase. Okay, so they're not just looking, but they're also not ready to go. They're just not quite ready yet. All right, and those are the terms that I want you to be listening for, because when you hear those keywords, you should know that they're probably about 4 to 8 months out from really making a move. Now, this is actually a critical point, and this is when most leads end up getting intercepted by other agents, because up until now, they really haven't been talking about their plans to buy or sell yet with the people that they already know. So they're not getting referred to other agents until now, and they're not walking into open houses until now. So this is when we need to dial things up. They're going to start getting a little more serious about their home search or a little more serious about selling their house. So this is when we want to be in front of them. And because they are being really serious, they're getting more serious about their plans here, timelines can change at the drop of a hat. Okay, so we want to make sure that we're in front of them. Here's how we're going to make that happen. In setting up your action plan for those who are about 4 to 8 months out, we're going to be sure to set a task reminder or an automated email to reach out to them every 30 days minimum. And you want to make sure that you are sending out an email and calling and sending a text every 30 days. And your objective here is just to make contact. All right. And during this time, you're just going to want to make sure that you are achieving a conversation over the phone, whether that's text or phone call, and having a conversation to check in on their plans, set a consultation if you have not yet, and make sure that you're providing value. So after that phase comes the ready to go phase. And that's what I want you to be listening to. If you hear the we're ready to go, or if you hear the can we look at these houses, or hey, we went into this open house the other day, can you tell me about this neighborhood? If you hear any of those keywords, you need to know that it's time to move and start initiating the sale. Okay, so during this time, we want to make an action plan that is going to be a little more assertive and a little more aggressive in our follow-up. This lead is indicating to you that they want to be in a home within the next 90 days, or they want to be out of their home within the next 90 days. Okay, so now is the time to set up a consultation if you have not yet. If you have not had a listing consultation or buyer consultation, get that booked right away. And your action plan to accompany this is you are going to be reaching out every week to 2 weeks at the minimum to make sure that you are helping them get their financing in place. We're crystallizing all of the details that they're looking for in their next home and really planning out when you're going to start look at homes. Or on the selling side, we're making sure to do our pre-marketing checklist, get the property ready to sell, and ordering photos, ordering signs, getting all that stuff ready to go. Okay, so now that we have that kind of in our heads, right? We have the 3 main stages of that process to getting to a home sale. We want to make sure that we are formatting our action plans to kind of complement this in our CRM, and it's actually really simple. This is the system that I like to call the ABCD system. All right, this is our ABCD follow-up plan. And it's going to go just the way it sounds. Each letter is going to get its own action plan, and it's going to be tailored according to where that lead is in their home buying process. And you are going to schedule your task reminders, automated emails, and reminders to text and call according to how often you should be reaching out to them. So let's start with the D campaign. It's going to be really simple. They are going to be about 12 months out on the D campaign. We're going to assign this action plan and make sure to format it to remind us to send an email or hook up an automated email if you're comfortable with that at this point, and make sure that you are sending a text or giving them a call every 45 days at the minimum. During this time, you can also kind of make a note to yourself, as I said before, to maybe put them on an MLS strip, put them on your email newsletter, but really you want to make sure that you are making personal contact with them every 45 days at the minimum. Now, for our C campaign, they should be between 6 and 8 months out. once you realize that they are getting to that point, we're turning off the D campaign, moving them up to C, and we're going to make sure that we are going to be reaching out to them every 30 days. So we're ramping it up a bit, okay? And during these check-ins for the C campaign, we just really want to make sure that we are providing them information and education that's going to help them along the process of dialing in their home search or their home sale. And so you also want to make sure that you're checking in with them every 30 days, right? And this is just going to be very non-aggressive. And if you want a script to help make this really easy, you might just say something like, hey, last time we spoke, you were looking to pull the trigger in about 6 months from now. Just wanted to see if that was still the case. Great. And if it is, awesome. What can I help provide you with to help make your transition any easier? I have a great home selling guide. I have a great home buyer guide. What can I help send to this client that's going to help them, right? So you just want to make sure that you're having that conversation with your client and understanding what you can provide them wherever they are at that journey. So as we're going through these campaigns, we're constantly redispositioning them, and we want to make sure that we are kind of understanding where they are in their timeline, because again, 6 months can become 3 months very quickly. So once they get into the B campaign, that is when we're really kind of dialing things up. So the B campaign, they are going to be between 3 and 6 months out, and we want to make sure that we're reaching out to them every 2 weeks to every 30 days or so. So again, you know your clients best. Tailor your action plan according to what you think would, be most comfortable for you and for your clients, but you don't want to be reaching out to them any less than every 30 days at this point, because they can change their minds on how quickly they want to make a move very, very easily at this point. So again, your B campaign, you're going to make sure that you are sending a call and text every 3 or every 2 weeks, and maybe sending an automated email every 30 days. And now we're at the A campaign. They're saying, let's go, we're ready. And at this point, your only job is to make sure you don't screw up after getting to this point, okay? So we want to make sure that we are reaching out to them every single week at the minimum to schedule showings or help them get their house ready to list next week, right? We just want to make sure that we are actively guiding them down that process of getting to a successful sale, whether they're on the list side or the buy side. But make sure that you do not forget to reach out to them every week. So set your action plan to remind you every week to send a text, send an email, and make a call. And your goal every time, again, is to get that voice conversation going. So there you have it. It really is as simple as A, B, C, and D. Right? Your only job here is to make sure that once you identify where they are in the process, you're constantly leading the lead up to an A disposition so that you know you can then initiate the sale. Now, this is a lot of information, and I hope that you found this really helpful, but I get that you might want something a little more tangible to help make this happen. So I put together a free guide that is linked below. Make sure you download and grab that, and I want to see you implementing this. So tell me in the comments once you've downloaded that guide. I would love to hear how it goes for you, and I hope that you find it as successful for your business as it has been for mine. And as you are implementing this follow-up, I wonder if you're going to find what I have found. And that is that sometimes you don't need more and more leads. More leads isn't always the answer. Really what we can do is make small shifts to the way that we convert the leads that we already have to make huge results in our business. And hey, if you're still struggling in this area, just know that there are a bunch of other free resources linked below, as well as a way to book a time to talk with me directly to see how we can work together to help you find your success in your business. I would love to share all about my program and how I have helped other agents just like you double and triple their business this year. So be sure to check those out below and take a look. I'm so excited to help you when you're ready. And hey, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that little bell notification icon to be notified every time I am dropping new tips and strategies just like this. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, keep on crushing it.